Vlog, New Year's Eve edition 2019. Allman, Every Battle, one of the great songs this year out on Epidemic, and yeah, very happy to get with Epidemic. We'll talk a little bit about them later. So there was that. So great song. Hope you're all having a good night. Here in Australia, we obviously get one of the first ones to get it first. The Kiwis get it first before us. A few islands once the dateline crosses, but yeah, it's all happening. We're going to warm it up for the rest of the planet. Make sure 2019, the end of the decade, goes out strong for you people across the globe. Thanks for joining me. If you are, you're on the phone and you're drunk, stay safe. Look after your friends and family tonight. If you're out and about with your mates, stay safe, have fun, let loose. That's all good. That's what it's all about. But just be careful. There are dickheads out there, unfortunately, no matter what you do, that'll try and ruin it for everyone. They take fun in making other people suffer. But it's all good. We hope you have a fantastic night and a enjoyable hangover tomorrow. Anyways, a lot happening 2020 for me. Looking forward to it. Got a few goals this year. We're moving to another state. We're moving to Queensland, up the Sunshine Coast area. Be closer to family for my little lad Jack. I've got some maternity leave. We've got to sell some houses. We've got to drive across the country to get there. So a huge amount's going to be happening on the channel. We're going to get to spend 5 months looking after my son, which I just can't wait. Super excited about that. Yeah, very exciting. But tons and tons of work involved in that, with the move, the selling, the cleaning, the painting, all the stuff you do when you got to sell a house and move, and then go find another house to move into and do it all backwards. So what's happening for 2020 for me and the channel. Including that is the Barra Classic, Banyan Farm up in the Territory. Can't wait for that. Myself, Nidji and Harves are all good for that again. We're going to be in there trying to get you a win. Fingers crossed we can get that magic meatery fish. That's what it's all about for us. If we can get one of them, I think that'll be a PB for us, all three of us. So that'll be pretty exciting. So yeah, I love it. It's good. Catch up with a couple of really great mates, best friends of mine. So yeah, it's always good for us. And a bit of no phones, no nothing, just chill out for a week. Having said that, they've finally got some rain up there in the Territory, which is going to be good for that river system and help those fish recover. So that'll be really good if that still sort of keeps that rain going, and hopefully that'll spread down and get to those eastern states, which are just getting smashed by the fires. And there's a lot of people that have probably had a really bad Christmas and New Year's, so thoughts out with those guys and their families. It's never good having tragedies like that, no matter whose fault or whatever fault it is, and everyone's got their thoughts on it, and I do too, but it's not about that at the moment. It's about hopefully getting those people safe. We've lost a few people because of the fires, and that's definitely not good at all. So yeah, thoughts out to their families. Right, now a bit of news. Let's get some news done. Good news, and that's why I mentioned about Epidemic. The sounds which are used now and worth every penny. It's something like $10 a month, it's like the same as Netflix, and you just get unlimited use, and you'd be crazy if you don't use it. Now YouTube's brought out a new copyright trim feature, so you can basically trim out the action where the time frame that's been copyrighted. The copyright system's a pain in the ass completely. It's trying to put songs over the top, which was the old way of doing it, just really doesn't work that well. You can't do multiple songs, and it wasn't real clean and good, and yeah, it was just a nightmare. So just trimming it out actually is probably just a lot better. It's like a band-aid, just rip it off and get it done. At least then you get out of that copyright claim, which is crazy. That music industry is just a bit ridiculous in that regards. They go a bit over the top. I think one of them was from the Barra Classic last year, and I had dropped all my sound levels, and there's this, we got a radio on playing on the songs that we'd paid for on YouTunes, and then on someone's phone, and you could just barely hear this bit of the thing in the background, because I went down as low as I could with the backgrounds. I couldn't get it out anymore. and the prick still claimed it was like a 50-minute video, and they claimed the whole lot. So I don't know how you can claim the whole lot. I can understand a percentage, but not the whole, get the whole lot. So anyway, that's the music industry. They wonder why no one likes them, and everyone steals all their stuff off them because they're just sick of dealing with them. But you get that. So this YouTube feature is really good. I've done 2 that I've got, those 2 that I've still got outstanding. I've done that, so hopefully they'll be fixed tonight. So that's really good. It looks like a really easy. Basically, just say, do you want to trim this spot where there is, and you cut it out. I guess unless there's something really important in that area, and generally you've got music over, it's sort of background anyway. For mine it was, so it was just easy just to cut it out. So very cool, and yeah, thanks to YouTube, that's a good feature. We haven't had too many good stuff from them lately, but that's a good one. That's a win. Intel's got dropping a new Comet Lake out shortly, new processor, up to 5.3 gigahertz overclock, native Wi-Fi 6, but needs heap of cooling. So it's a 125 watt system, power system. So if you are going to upgrade to that, it's going to need a heap of cooling. You probably need to check out your cooling system and see if you need to upgrade that as well before you put that in. So good to see them fighting back. They've had a terrible 2019. Intel, AMD's just smashed them around the ballpark. So it'll be interesting to see if Intel can come back with a few wins this year and get back up to where they sort of have been for a long time. It'll be a very interesting race this year for both those 2 big companies, the 2 big boys in the computer industry, I guess. Researchers, a couple of researchers have worked out how to transport data from between 2 chips, so 2 computer chips, using quantum entanglement. I can't explain that to you, but basically it's part of quantum theory. Basically you can be in one spot anywhere in the universe, and you can simultaneously be in the other spot at the same time. That's sort of a basic thing with it. So basically, as soon as you push the button, it'll be there. No, it's not a delay of any sort of measurable time. It is, you push the button and it's there. So if you want to transmit something from this G fuel container to that G fuel container, as soon as I push it, boom, it's there. There's no delay, there's no transference, it's instantaneously. What was once here is now there as soon as you push the button. Yeah, so a pretty amazing technology. We've had in the past about transferring it at light speed, transferring it from bulb to bulb. The Chinese have done that already, so they can do it at light speed, which is as fast as you can go. Well, this takes it a next step further. Quantum entanglement is just a whole nother kettle of fish, and a kettle of fish down at a beyond microscopic. It's in the quantum realm. If you've seen the Avengers, Infinity Gauntlet, and the quantum realm, that sort of gives you an ballpark idea of what I'm talking about with the quantum. It's just ridiculously small, and because it's there, it's there. Anyway, that's what it means. So yeah, really, really cool for obviously way down the future, but all technology needs to go forward, and that's pretty cool. It just means things are going to get faster and faster and faster. 5G and all that. Yeah, an amazing future ahead for us if we can not destroy the planet before we get there. So very, very cool. Colorado father and son have been 3D printing a whole Lamborghini in their shed, which is pretty amazing. They got a Corvette engine, some Lamborghini parts they got cheap off eBay or whatever, but Lamborghini found out about this. They're doing obviously a YouTube thing on it. Lamborghini found out of this. Instead of nailing them for property rights and all the other bullshit some of these companies do, they're actually really good, and they took a Lamborghini and swapped out the 3D printed half-built car and put a proper Aventador S in there for the kid on Christmas morning. He woke up to go down and do some work with the old man, and there's this brand new Aventador in there. He got to go for a drive with his old man around. So that's pretty awesome from a big company. Lamborghini, fantastic. That's awesome. Like this kid's learning about 3D printing already. He's only young. That's just amazing as it is. That's going to change the world, 3D printing. I mean, it already is. You can print metal parts and everything now, so it's already crazy. It's half the parts in the space station are 3D printed out of a computer, so it's pretty mind-boggling. And for a dad to be teaching his son that's pretty darn cool. And Lamborghini come in and did the right thing and did what most companies should actually could learn a thing or two off Lamborghini, all these big companies. So that's awesome. Great job to Lamborghini, and yeah, like their 3D printed cars, pretty darn cool. Like they've even got like carbon fibre wrapped over the 3D printed parts to strengthen it. He's got a space front. Yeah, very, very cool. Google it, you'll be able to find it. It's pretty darn cool. I'll try and chuck a picture up to give you a bit of an idea on the thumbnail. And yeah, last tech stuff on the last seat, red cameras. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's, I guess, have been a high-end movie camera. They do a lot of the big films you do now. Ari's sort of the big boy, and then Red's being one of those guys in the sort of ballpark. Well, a lot of YouTubers use Red cameras now, 6K, 8K sort of stuff. And they've got a new one coming out this year, the Komodo 6K. Looks really good. It's only going to be about $5,000 to $6,000 instead of the $20,000 to $50,000 they cost now. So price ranges are coming down for that. It's got anamorphic support, which I think is going to be huge in 2020. Anamorphic's going to come back. 6K 40 frames a second, full sensor, CFast cards support, and it's going to be the smallest Red to date. So it's going to be portable. So that Blackmagic Pocket 6K, that's probably going to go out, and everyone's going to be using these Reds. So yeah, very, very cool, and heaps more to come. So that's about it. Another year done and dusted, another decade done and dusted. We'll see you all again tomorrow when I'm home in Perth. Happy New Year to you all. Stay safe, and we'll see you all soon. Peace out.